Spider-Man's character on the big screen has changed drastically since Tom Holland took on the role in the MCU. Here's what makes him so great. We've gone through our successions of Spider-Mans in the last 10 years or so, and it's safe to say that Marvel Studios finally nailed it this time around. Tobey Maguire brings us some great nostalgia in his portrayal of Spider-Man in the early 2000s movies. And Andrew Garfield gave it a solid try when he suited up for the 2010s reboot. But now, we've got Tom Holland in all his shining glory. He stole the show when we first saw him in Captain America: Civil War, and he was certainly one of the best characters in Avengers: Infinity War. Even Stan Lee himself had to praise Holland for being a great Spidey. So what makes him so great? Let us roll out our list. He actually looks the part finally. We've got an actor who looks like he's the appropriate age. Spider-Man gets his powers as a teenager, so it'd be good to see a young guy actually take the role. Tobey Maguire was in high school during the first 2000s movie, but he certainly was an old high schooler. Tom Holland, on the other hand, looks absolutely perfect to play a high school student. In his portrayal, we see that deep down, Spidey is still just a kid, and he's learning something new every day. There's no melodrama, there's something about Holland's performance that hits the fine line of great acting while not going too overboard. Peter Parker can get a little goofy and cheesy, but it still has to be done right. The early Spider-Man movies sometimes overdid that, and the third movie really pushed the boundaries of the melodramatic. But there's no overacting in the MCU. Tom Holland knows what he's doing. His Queen's accent is on point. Holland definitely worked hard for this role. On top of learning his lines and doing some of the action, he had to make sure he perfected his accent, too. As we mentioned before, Robert Downey Jr. praised Holland for his spot-on Queens, New York accent, even if he has to practice it in the shower. Yes, you heard that right. It almost makes you forget the actor is a Brit. He has great chemistry with the other superheroes. What makes Holland's character so exciting is that he gets to interact with many of the superheroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He shows that great chemistry on screen, and even behind the scenes. Throughout all the movies, we've seen him develop a great father-son-like relationship with Tony Stark. And in real life, he really seems to hit it off with the cast, especially Benedict Cumberbatch. That makes it all the better when we see Spidey team up with Doctor Strange, Iron Man and the like. He brings so much passion to the role. It's clear to see that Tom Holland was born to play this role. He knows that he's entered an exciting cinematic universe, and that enthusiasm shows in every way. While press tours can get redundant and drab, Holland always appears happy-go-lucky throughout all of them, excited to talk about his part in the movies, even if he embarrasses himself a bit. And of course, that shows in his chipper Peter Parker, who's always ready to lend a helping hand to those in need. Related story: 5 useful phrases to help Tom Holland learn Spanish. Each of the Spider-Man actors in the last few years brought something good to the table, but Tom Holland really reigns supreme. Whenever you don't feel so good, just watch a movie with Holland as Spider-Man in it, and you'll definitely feel much better.